And created like a invincible wall.
So smoke, smoke, and they will run away. Smoke, smoke. It simulates maybe a forest fire. It gets rid of the pheromones.
They might start packing a lunch thinking they've got to leave.
See the black thing? That's small hive beetles. Did you all see it?
Yeah. What do they look like?
Yeah, how many we got on there?
I just saw the two,
Okay.
which isn't bad.
Right, that's where I've
But now-
mine so far, very few.
Now watch. This is where I do smoke.
They run fast, so if you find another beetle.
Oh, they're running away?
Yeah, they don't like the light. Small hive are dark.
If you got a lot of beetles, this would be covered right now with beetles because they don't like the smoke. And they'll come running out of the hive and they'll be all over the side of the box. This isn't bad.
See any drones?
No, but I've seen drones in front of my hive lately.
I got drones in all my hives.
So you want to be very careful not to injure the bees because of the pheromones.
No, the pheromone thing, they won't follow you and confuse you.
There's a bee emerging there from its brood cell, just coming out.
Where?
Down on the bottom side.
Here? There's one going in.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw one coming out.
I
Oh,
just
yeah, they're just
seen
in.
it.
Excuse me.
Now what Jim was talking about,
I'm behind you.
this brown here, that's all bees. There's bees inside, underneath it.
You see?
All those brown circles. Down inside here is eggs, and eggs just hatching, so it's pretty fresh.
So the liquid stuff is the nectar on the outside?
The nectar is right here in the corners. This is pollen. All those different colors. That's what they feed the larva. It's the pollen. It's mixed with nectar. We call it bee bread. This right here, that's the queen cup that Jim was talking about. Okay, right now there's nothing in it.
No, you're fine.
See it? Right there?
Oh, yeah.
That's a queen cup.
Now, I looked at my bees the other day, about a week ago, and all the brood was from the center out. Like,
Which is great.
I
What you
mean,
want.
unbelievable.
Exactly. It should be
Yes.
a football. So what they're going to do
It
is
was.
a giant football shape across.
A great queen will start in the middle. She'll lay in a circle. She'll just fill every hole right on out.
Yeah,
And
that
at the
was-
same time, she'll lay so many, and then she'll go on the other side of the frame and lay on the back side in the same spot. So that as they grow, they absorb each other's heat. The larvae.
Right.
So they're on both sides.
Yeah,
Of course,
so
when
it was
summertime
starting to
comes,
see
Rich,
mine.
you're starting in the middle and then shuffling from there?
yeah, it's the way I do it, because I look for where the bees were.
So you go
But
right to
normally you would take, the best way is to take your outside frame out and give yourself room. Bring it out toward the box so you don't hurt bees.
And you're looking straight for the queen, typically in the middle?
That's, yeah. So your brood, now you got that nice brood pattern in the middle,
Yeah,
working its way out.
right.
See, instead of being outside, there's another queen cup on the bottom bar.
That's a drone.
They're just doing that for
Queen's not
practice?
hiding over there anywhere.
There, you can see the larva there. Look all down through there, you'll see the larva.
You guys get a good view?
No, no, we can't see it.
I'll walk you
It's a
over.
good way
You
to
see it?
practice feeling
See the larva?
is practicing on the
Down in here is
Cap
all like
ones?
little
The cap
worms.
ones? The cap ones?
They're just little worms.
Count?
I often I do
No,
frame like this.
down in here it's like little worms inside the hole. That's the larva.
Okay.
So
Okay.
notice on this side,
just makes you feel a little
That's so cool.
Okay, this bee right here is carrying pollen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where they carry it, is right here on their legs, their follicles there. And they go out to the flowers, collect it, bring it back.
going right in the middle
And once it gets in here to the right spot, in this case right over in here, is where they have it.
Is that another queen cell on there?
Yes. The bee will come and the other bees strip it off and pack it.
Now, if you saw an egg in that queen cell, how many days would you have before you had a new queen emerging?
24. There's going to be several of those.
Yes,
They're building up for spring. And,
About 21?
She is the least of all of them.
my queen
Takes her almost no time, so you gotta come back in 2 weeks. It's
But you heard
16.
16.
it's a drone.
Right there.
So it's the cup for now.
And
but if you
Rebecca
then it's sealed.
got mites.
So then there's
Now, how can you tell?
See that drone?
a supersedure cell is in the
They love the drones because the larva, it takes 28 days to make a larva, or make a bee, I mean. So the larva's there longer to eat off of. And it's bigger. So they love going into the,
Yeah, I see it on the
on
side.
the drone.
On the side.
But if you look at their bodies, and a worker bee does it more than the drone does. Right in there on the body, it splits. And they end up wiggling like this when they're getting ready to die.
Rich, you got a good drone there? Is that what you're looking at?
Yeah, it's got mites, or had mites.
Can you see where the mite was?
No, it's just, it's old looking, and the body's separated.
So he's over with.
He won't live long.
Right.
But what's a good sign is that's what you want. If you got mites, you would love for them to be on the drones.
They're dispensable.
You can live without the drones. You don't want gray worker bees, or no legs, or no wings, because that's where it'll be. And also to tell if you got mites bad is around this ring, on these cells on the outside, right around that ring, it'll turn white. And that's actually the mite's poop.
Where was
When they come out, because the poop stays right in with the larva till it hatches out,
after it hatches.
and then it gets out on the ring, and that's another way you can tell you got mites.
I must say these bees are quite tame.
Yeah, they're not bad.
What was that about? The mite poop, where would you see it?
You'd see it on
The perimeter of your cell.
yeah, right here on the tops of the cell
Yeah.
where I'm touching.
Yep.
It'd be a white. It'll look white,
Okay,
almost like a mold,
All right.
but that's
That's Varroa mite?
yeah.
Okay.
And the mite is real tiny. When I pull the drawer, evidence of this, there should be some mites on the drawer down
I
below.
cleaned it out yesterday. I didn't see any mites.
You didn't?
But I wanted to, have it nice and clean. There's so many mites.
Okay, I seen some stuff on it.
They did
Do
get
you
a
want to go in this
treatment
brood box or
in
not?
September with formic acid, which is sort of an organic way of doing it.
Okay. There's a
There's
beetle right there.
beetles, 3 of them.
See, there's a screen down here. And they fall through the screen, the bees chase them. And they come down on the board. Now this is... Yeah, this is just the board. This is where I would put the lime. Just sprinkle it. And that beetle wouldn't be walking around, it'd be dead.
What are those little yellow things?
That's pollen that fell off.
Okay.
Fell off the bee's leg. There's a mite right there.
Yeah.
That little red dot there.
It's like a little flea, huh?
Can we see
They got a small hive beetle.
You see it,
that
Alex?
Everybody see that?
A little bit
Oh,
lower.
I see it. Oh, yeah.
You see it, Alex? You see it? You gotta be able to find it.
You see it? Right there. There's another one there.
Okay.
I guess
So
the
it's-
lime does the mite in as well.
It will kill them.
Really?
Kills everything. It also kills
Bees.
the wax moth larva. It'll kill bees. You gotta make sure this thing is in there. 'Cause it'll
Right.
kill bees.
Right.
A lot of times people leave a crack right here, and the bees will go in because they smell like the pollen. If the bees get in on the lime, it'll kill them.
Oh.
Right.
So it is something to watch. Like I said, I check mine every time I go.
Yeah.
Different viewpoint, and I guess you will laugh at me again, but
No, never.
I never use lime. It gives me the willies. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Like I said, I did oil when the day Dayton makes a bottom board for a beetle trap that goes in the bottom down here instead of this IPM board. And it's just a plastic tray, and it's got a little plastic sheet on top with little louvers. The bees can't hurt the beetles. They just chase them. That's all they can do. They can't hurt them. So they start chasing the beetles, and the beetles dive in those louvers to hide on the bees. And in the case of the oil, they fall in the oil, and it smothers them. They breathe through their throat, and it smothers them. The garden lime does the same thing. It dries them right up. It dries all their breathing. It dries it right up, so they fall in the line, and it kills them.
Rich, shall we put this one back? I'm sorry,
Yeah.
back in.
Also,
you want to crack the bottom or no?
Hmm?
You want to get to the bottom
we can. I just
or not? That's either way. It's fine by me. I got stickies.
some help in that. We can pop it just to look.
Yeah, let's just take a peek on the.
The other thing I like
bottom,
with the
blue box?
lime, oh, first I finish on the oil. I bought 2 traps from Dayton when they first came out, 2007 I think. Put oil in one is what they made them for, and I put lime in the other. And I killed more beetles in the lime than I did the oil. Could have been just the hives, but now I got a tray of oil on someone else's property. What do I do with it? I got to carry canisters, cans around with me to dump that oil out and change it. The garden lime, I just throw it out there on the lawn. Doesn't hurt a thing.
Right.
But also at the same time,
Except the bees.
except the bees.
Occasionally.
Well, you don't throw it on the flowers. The other thing is wax moths. Wax moths will come in, the bees will chase it, and they'll run away. The wax moth will find a dark spot where the bees can't get them, which sometimes is in that tray, and she'll go down in that tray. Now the lime doesn't hurt the moth much. It will eventually, but she lays her eggs in there. When the eggs hatch out to larvae, the lime kills the wax moth larva. So it's actually doing 3 different things. So I found it real effective. I haven't had wax moths since I started using. I have them down here, and I don't have them in the hive since I started using the lime.
Stop using lime at what time? During the year?
It'll probably be, well, we'll put bees in next week, the week after. And I'll leave them on a month with the new bees, because where I'm getting them from, I don't know if they got mites. So I'll leave it on there to kill all the mites I can. And then I'll pull it. When the nectar flow comes, I won't put that tray back in. So on the bottom of the hive, all you've got is a screen. A small square. It's called number 8 screen. It's an 1/8 of an inch square.